here's the thing. As a society, we won't change the way we act until we change the way we think. But we won't change the way we think until we have a good reason to do so. For some people, that reason won't come until they lose someone they love in an automobile accident. And then suddenly they become very vocal, whereas before they were very complacent. But there's a slight problem with that. It's too late then. You can't bring that loved one back. And here's what I want to do right now. I'm going to ask something very difficult for some of you. For those of you who have lost a loved one, would you consider leaving a comment here on MrRoadRage.com or on our Facebook page and talk about how you felt when you lost someone close to you and how you feel now. And I know this may be difficult, but sometimes people need to hear our testimonies. They need to understand the grief you went through to realize that this is all too real, that way too many people are being injured or losing their lives due to the careless driving of others. I'll start by sharing my story. My dad wasn't around when I grew up. I remember seeing him when I was 5, 8, 13, and again just before I turned 16. I spent 2 weeks with him this summer before I turned 16. Shortly after I returned home, I got a call. My father was in the hospital. He had been in an accident. He was sitting at a red light on his motorcycle. He was selling it. This was his last ride. While he was sitting at the red light, he heard tires squealing. He turned around just in time to see a car hit him. Police estimated the speed of impact was 60 miles per hour. After impact, he found himself up on the hood of the car. The car was braking, and the braking momentum forced him off the hood and onto the road in front of the car, and the car parked on top of him. The engine burned him quite a bit, but to make a long story short, he wound up with a lot of back pain from this accident. No, he didn't lose his life in that accident, but in a way he actually did. His pain sent him into a downward spiral, one of pain meds, drugs, and alcohol. It was around 15 years later that he decided to move to the city where I live so that we could get closer. What I didn't know at that time was that he was now an addict. I knew he was taking lots of stuff, but I didn't know the full extent of the problem. Have you seen that TV commercial where they say, this is your brain on drugs? Yeah, the one where they're frying eggs. His brain was fried because of drug abuse. It didn't take long to put the pieces of this puzzle together. I also realized he was one of the most miserable people I knew. It was really sad, all because of the carelessness of another driver. No, my dad didn't die in an accident, but he lost his life that day, and as a result, he eventually took his own life. At his funeral, I looked at my mother and I told her, I said, Mom, the tears you see aren't because my dad died, they are because I never really had a chance to know him. And now that chance is gone. That opportunity was taken from me just before my 16th birthday. As a result of the accident, the pain meds and the drugs ruined his life, all due to the carelessness of another driver. I didn't start MrRoadRage.com because of my father. I started because I got so frustrated and angry, driving every single day, witnessing all the stupid stuff people do out there on our highways. So many people are needlessly dying because of the carelessness of others. Someone has to speak up, and I guess that someone is me, since I don't see anyone else doing it. Thank you for listening to my story. If you have a story to share, please do so. If we get enough people sharing their stories, perhaps it will help others realize just how serious this really is. I'm Greg Lord, MrRoadRage.com. Until next time, please drive safe.